Hi, this is Melissa Stevenson, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my leadership skills and the questionnaire and the responses that I got from it. I scored very high on the interpersonal skills, high on the administrative and conceptual skills level. Um, in my teenage years and adult life, I have held many leadership positions and have been sought out as the leader of a group. Usually, when I get into project management or other types of groups, I'm automatically identified as the leader. Um, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised at the results, but it's a little um, a little daunting. Anyway, um, I've learned skills from modeling other successful leaders. I try to listen and be fair. Um, I'm also very much a peacemaker, so I like to work with people until things are satisfactory. I like to look for solutions and solutions to issues and in the problem, but trying not to assign blame to persons, but finding the process that is going on with it. Other things, luckily, I've had many demonstrations of both good and poor leadership while in my career as a nurse and also just in my life. So I've learned things to do and not to do. Okay, and that leadership skills questionnaire was from Northhouse in 2015. Okay, number one, the skills I would need to use to secure needed resources, such as staff, would be planning, like for what types of resources, where they would come from, how many hours, how would they be used, like, different shifts, for what time frame we'd need them for. I would also need to use coordination of the staffing and also human resources. I would need to look at staffing with what teams, how they would fit best as according to skill. I would need to organize um, the way that they deliver care on the unit. And for number two, I would use published literature to emphasize evidence-based care and adopting the current standards that are viable and applicable to our situation. I would provide access to literature on our unit on a regular basis that people would get paid for the time that they are researching so they can apply the evidence-based care that they learn about and then also provide in services to other nurses. And the levels and departments I would need to work with most closely are the chief nursing officer, the vice presidents, such as nursing informatics, and the CEOs to like suggest innovations, address concerns, um, projections for the future, for staffing and administration issues, education, training, so forth, finances, the list goes on. Okay, and as far as preferences in an organizational um, situation, whether it be vertical or horizontal, for vertical, I love that there is a clear path. and chain of hierarchy going up. So you know exactly who to contact for which thing and in which situation. But I also like the horizontal form because it provides for more autonomy and team building efforts and coordination of services and collaboration. So honestly, my favorite would be a mix of the two, which is like in the Matrix, which is described by Grohar Langen in 2011. Okay. Other things that I saw as far as the organizational structure that was contained in the model where I put myself as a staff nurse is mostly vertical. It also contains some horizontal connections with the vice presidencies and higher level chief officers like the chief information officer, operating officer, nursing officer, etc. And then also we have direct connections with the CEOs, and my location on the chart would come right below the chief nursing officer as a manager. And the model of care that is used in my certain situation is called, excuse me, the Partners in Practice, where the RNs are coupled in teams with licensed and unlicensed personnel, as described by Grohar, Murray, and Langen on page 162. And the RN directs and leads the teams as either a charge nurse or the unit supervisor. You know, I would direct these teams, but if I was a staff nurse in the same organization, I would be the head of the team as an RN. Alrighty. Sorry. The literature, the resource that I will be attaching to this, linked here, is called Resistance to Change in the Nursing Profession, Creative Transdisciplinary Solutions, and it's by Clark in 2013. And it discusses the changes in process in for nursing in regards to transdisciplinary care. It's very, very interesting, and I hope you like it. Okay, thanks.